Ever feel like you're kind of, like you're seeing the world through the same old, maybe even kind of scratched up lenses, even when you really wish you weren't?
Well, today we're doing a deep dive into those deep-seated beliefs we all have, the ones that kind of shape our reality. We're talking about core beliefs.
And we found this really cool analogy about sunglasses in our source material today.
Okay.
Yeah, it really hit home for me. They were saying that our core beliefs are like different shades we wear, right?
Right.
And they color how we experience like the exact same situation.
Wild, right? And get this. The source material, it highlights how incredibly common negative core beliefs are. We're talking those thoughts like, ugh, I'm not good enough, or I'm unlovable. Ugh. Those things that
Yeah,
as you've probably thought at some point, right? We all have these negative beliefs
we all do.
that can really impact us without us even realizing it, which is crazy.
It's true. I think it's fascinating how these beliefs can almost become like self-fulfilling prophecies.
Oh, interesting.
The source material talks about how they become these filters on our perception, right?
Yeah.
They color everything. So we're constantly interpreting things in a way that just confirms what we already believe, even if it's not really true.
So it's not just a fleeting negative thought. It's like that thought is actually actively shaping our reality.
Exactly.
Wow.
Like if you believe deep down that you're unlovable, you're going to unconsciously look for evidence to support that in every interaction.
Wow, that's a real aha moment.
Right.
But the good news is the source material doesn't just leave us hanging with all this negativity, right?
Oh, no, not at all.
It talks about challenging those beliefs. So what can we do?
Well, one of the most powerful tools they talk about is this evidence exercise,
Okay.
where you actively look for proof that contradicts those negative beliefs.
Okay, so how does that work in real life? What would that look like for someone?
So let's say you're someone who really struggles with that belief of, I'm not good enough. Yeah, I think we all know someone like that or have been that person at some point.
Exactly. So the source suggests actually writing down specific times when you were good enough, times you achieved something, received positive feedback, things like that.
I like that.
It's about really focusing on those moments that we often overlook.
Yeah, because we tend to focus on the negative, right?
Exactly. So think back, like remember that presentation you crushed at work, you got tons of compliments, or maybe there was a time when you mentored a colleague and they were so grateful for your guidance.
Yeah.
Those are powerful pieces of evidence.
Right. That directly challenged that ingrained belief of, I'm not good enough.
Exactly.
Oh, I love that. I love that approach because it's so actionable, right? Instead of just letting those negative beliefs kind of swirl around and hold us back, we can actively take control. We can seek out evidence to the contrary.
Yes, absolutely.
So what we're learning today, just to recap, is that our beliefs have a way bigger impact on our lives than we often think about or even realize, right?
Yeah, I mean, they really do shape our reality.
They really do.
But the good news is, by becoming aware of them, those core beliefs, especially the negative ones, we unlock this power to examine them, challenge them, and start changing the narrative.
It's so true because we don't have to keep wearing those same old, scratched up lenses, right?
Yeah.
We can choose something new. So for our listeners out there who are ready to ditch those old negative lenses and see the world in a new light, what's one small actionable step they can take today?
Well, I think the first step is just to identify. Think about one negative core belief that's been holding you back.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to actually write it down.
Write it down. Yeah, get it out of your head. And then take a few minutes just to think about and jot down one piece of evidence, just one, that contradicts that belief.
That's such great advice.
It's a small step, but it can make a world of difference.
Absolutely. And, over time, as you gather more and more of that evidence, those old negative beliefs, they might just start to fade away.
That's the goal.
And that's a wrap on this deep dive. Thanks for listening, everyone.